welcome to Minecraft VR. Technically a mod called Vivecraft. I haven't done one of these yet, and this is going to be my first time playing Minecraft VR. Just so you know, things are going to happen that I do not mean to happen. I've already broke things. Um, what this is a little bit of a surprise for some of our old players. Maybe, if anyone actually watches it that's an old player. This is our old world that we made over a couple of years, on and off. Back before Discord and back before, stuff the group, guild, whatever we want to call ourselves in Harmony do now. But this mod allows me to go into our lovely, lovely Minecraft world in VR. I figured this would be cool to show to some players who haven't been on the server that are now in Harmony, as well as some older players that built this world with me. So what we're going to do is get out of my basement, go see the world. And like I said, don't really know what I'm doing, so I had a little bit of time messing around with the controls, breaking things, and, figuring out how that works. Yeah, torches don't have like a sound. This is on version 1.10, so this is old, right? Some of the stuff that Minecraft has now, not in here yet. I may go through and redo this with a shader pack to make everything a little cooler looking. Maybe update the version. Add some mods for ambiance and stuff, because it is a little quiet and it's kind of weird when you play Minecraft normally and you move to VR. I knew my house felt empty. I had never actually finished it. But, it could use some stuff, right? Like the torches can make a small sound. This is my living room, my big fire. I should probably turn off automatically going up blocks. It's probably difficult to jump every time. And there we go. So yeah, I don't fully know how to do everything in this. And I'm in kind of like not admin mode, but free mode. So I can break things instantly. Hopefully it'll help us a bit in VR, enjoy some of everything. And I have mobs turned off, so we're not going to run into creepers. We're just here, almost like a museum exhibit, to see some of the old server. I've got my bar over here. I'm kind of surprised I actually even built a bar, because this is before I drank anything. So, kind of neat. I wonder if I can turn these little block things off around it, because it probably is good for when you're actually playing. Over here was my lovely little curved window and my kitchen. Oh, right. I actually don't remember how that fully works. What is that giving me? Right, my inventory is actually... Because I'm in admin mode, or whatever this free mode, builder mode. I don't know what that's... That might be just coal or a food. This is my fridge. We have a few things over here. Crafting table. This was a little garbage disposal / sink. Wash your hands. And you can throw items in there and get rid of it. But yeah, let's go see the world. Oh, this is going to be cool. This is like a little, VR, if you guys don't have a VR headset, which I don't think anyone besides me does in our server. Oh, let's go upstairs. Honestly, it's kind of an amazing way to play. Just everything becomes more, it's hard to say just how amazing this feels in a way. I never really did finish my upstairs. I had this little curved bit here. Tapping my fan there a bit. Little curved bit there. And this is gonna be like a little library area. Comes out onto my little little whatever this is, little balcony here. There's Jenny's house. We're gonna go check out. She never finished that. She had a nice house there before, flattened it, built a new house. I may have an image of it. I don't know if I can find the old image of her old house. I had a 3D. I was exporting things into Maya and trying to do render fun stuff. My sister's house. Richard's house is over there. The heart I built for Jenny. I put it in front of her house. It stayed there. It doesn't look very good. Our airships, which used to take us to other worlds. None of the mods will work because this is an older version of Minecraft. Our friend Calvin built his club over there. That might be his house. We had a witch's crafting thing we were working at. We were going to build a little bit more of a town. Jenny has a horse stable there. Bunny's house, which some of you may know as Kinkla, is over there. We'll go see all that. And it's kind of amazing because the world really, it's the one thing I have my bed over here. Just see my bed real quick. This is old, so there's a lot of very basic material. Minecraft has, of course, added a ton since this. That, of course, allows you to make things look a little better. More colors, more blocks, that kind of thing. Trying to make sure I don't hit the button to break things. So, I never actually finished the path for my home. Usually, and sorry, that keeps popping up. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get out of center and hit my wall. It's massive. It doesn't look big. You're in Minecraft. You're like, oh, you know, it's like 2 floors, but jeez. In VR, it just feels like, you know, you're here, so things very massive. Which means the small hole things probably feel horribly claustrophobic now. Jenny's house is, and of course, a lot of this, or if not all of it, maybe with the exception of some of like that, is built survival. I think. So I think a lot of this is actually mined by hand. I think, like the lapis and stuff she used, maybe she didn't. I don't know. It's hard to remember. Is all real. Like it's not spawned in, you know, via admin. We'll go around. Her doors do not work because there's no button. Iron doors require something mechanical. Lots and lots of quartz, I think it is. Whatever that marble is. She's got little rooms up in her towers. I don't think we can access. But this was the start of her house. That, unfortunately, well, not start of her house. This is like the 5th house. She had a few houses before. But I wonder if I have backup stuff so we can see. We have this cave back here where we'd all go. This was a mining area. I mean, we used to go right into her kitchen. She had a little pathway there. But we'd all go mining down this way. We all had various mining stuff. Of course, I helped out here because I was the redstone guy. There were a few, but I always liked redstone. With my love for engineering and coding and stuff, so. Up we go. We won't go down there because it's just a cave. There's probably going to be cool stuff down there that I enjoy, but for the video, I mean, it's just a cave. There used to be a cactus farm here, so that's why this is all empty. Boats ought to be cool. Oh! Colored wood boats. Okay, so at some point... I don't think those... Because this server's old. Like, it goes back way before 1.10. So, and I keep kicking wires out of my way. So we had a few things here. Let's go here first. The lava entrance here. Oh, right, wrong button. This used to be, because the server was growing, a subway station. So you would take... I don't remember where either of these go, because I apparently didn't put up signs. We used to be able to take minecarts and go to different sections of the... Why are all the chests empty? Used to be able to go to all the different houses, all the different sections. Airships took you to different worlds, which we're not going to be able to see any other worlds because none of the mods work. This is just a basic Minecraft server right now. Unfortunately. This was... My wife loved making cake for everyone. So we have cake. This was my sister's house, I'm pretty sure. When I get too turned around and twisted my cables. She, played a bit. She didn't really play as much as some of us. Here we've got our gate to the Nether, which is currently off. Very old style Nether. I'm pretty sure we could automate this at this point, but you know, we didn't want this open all the time because at the time when we made this, monsters could not spawn from the Nether portals, so this was safe. After a while, they added an update where mobs would come out and spawn at Nether gates. Rarely, the mobs could move through it as well. So we had it turned off. Someone in Discord is messaging me. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that. I didn't mute Discord, so I should have done that, but oh well. Back to our exploration. Yeah, auto jump actually comes up pretty useful. Hi, cow. This was... we actually had... And yeah, we actually don't have that anymore, do we? That was a thing. Let me fix my head. My little thing now. So we had addresses. This was the, as you can see, 103 Harmony Street was... This was Harmony Street. Right around. We're going to have different streets. Shoreline Mine. So another mine made by... I think this was mainly the old half door bug. Richard over here. So his name went by Ritsuki. He was 104 Harmony Street because he was right past his mine. And he also liked redstone. A lot of this used to, you know, function. Unfortunately, I think one of the updates actually broke it. At times I had repaired it. Yeah, see. Creepers got to it. You are visiting, please close the doors. Sorry, Ritsuki. Yeah. It's like nothing works. Actually, it's, well, because bug door. Oh, that was his disposal, like as this thing said. I was wondering why it even needed redstone, but probably just cool that way. Man, a lot of the broken doors. Storage room. Mushroom room down here. You can see a bit of the pistons at work. Pistons close to this because mushrooms grew in darkness. So, see, that's claustrophobic right there, just it being 2 blocks high. Chests, way before redstone sorting. It's just basic chests. What's down here? Hey, down. I think this is just more of an extension of his mine, maybe? Go faster. This, if there's nothing down here, I'm going to be upset that I wasted all this time. There's a cow. Oh, you know what? I think I know a bit about where this leads. Yes. Surprisingly, you can come all the way back here years later and kind of see, there's a door right there. So there was a time, oh, it's my old house. This is under my house. We're under my house is over that way. So my old house actually shows a lot of history about the server. When we first played the server, when it started, this was where it started. This shows a bit of the sand here, where I think maybe here-ish, like a couple blocks wide, Jenny and I built we built a small house that used to be all water, and it was just glass, because you could look out into the water. It was cool. And the roof was glass. And you needed sand, and you put them in the smiths here, I forget what they're called, to make glass. And eventually we cleared a lot of this out, made room for bigger houses. I've got a bunch of old chests down here that may even have loot in them still. It's kind of cool, honestly. A lot of this is just full of torches to prevent... I went a little overboard. To prevent spawns of just anything. Yeah, this used to lead up from another house expansion. An old doorbell that is long since not working at all, I'm sure. Because I used redstone to make it activate the music. I never fixed it. More of the old house. That's probably all done. I'll cave down there. Oop. So we don't really need to see that, because just cave. Let's get out of here and go back to searching people's houses. Maybe we'll have to make timestamps so people know where their house is. So, actually, like, hit. Oops. Like with a swing of my hand or something somehow. Is it because I had a tool out or something? No. Whatever. So. Just place some grass. Voila. See? That's how crazy it is. Like, that's my old house under there. So this is where the water would have been. And that's where it is now. Like, all that was dug in. This used to be a much bigger little lake here. That's how massive the house is. You can see a bit of someone else's house right there. We're going to go seal that. Bit of someone's island. Because we had basic rules. We tried to make things not so insane. But, you know, I mean, we got a giant heart made of, like, wool. It wasn't that insane. So what was this? What was this? Corner store. Which, as you can see, never finished. This is... Is there no button? Nope. I really want to use, like, triggers to, like, place things, and apparently you don't do that. So... Oh, we can come in here. This is broken for some reason. So, hey, Piggy. Oh yeah, a lot of this is busted. Maybe creepers? This is Jenny's old stable. Lovely glass ceiling. Little areas. This is where she was going to keep, I think, horses? I think horses were coming out. And Jenny started to make this. Or it was just for pigs and sheep. But I think, from the design here, I think she had horse stables in mind. So, pretty cool. Right, that one. I will just rebuild it. Oop. Right, okay. I'll probably get more used to that as I play. Sorry, I keep busting things. So Harmony Airship Tower, we're going to go up this nightmare. They're used to... Oh, that's right, maybe we can't. Oh, yeah, that's... Jesus, that's massive. So, what this used to be, we used to have a teleporting... so this was designed in a way that when you... There was a teleporting section here, like a little trigger. So when you couldn't see upstairs all the way, it gave the illusion, like most video games do, of a tower of stairs, but really, it just teleported you to the top, so you didn't actually have to walk all the way up there. How do I jump? Oops. We should, in theory, be able to fly. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's gonna fuck with me. I am not great with motion and stuff. And heights, for that matter. I mean, I'm alright. Like, it still makes me feel a little woozy, but this would be a great way to see it. So, you can get a view. This is going to be a long video. This is going to be multiple videos, probably. The airship tower had these little weird outputs here that I made. And we made room to expand because there was more worlds. And yeah, I think they were built by hand. Oh, no. Maybe I left this one unbuilt to show new worlds were coming. But yeah, okay, so we're up here. Let's undo our fly. Our flying, not, We had a world called Arkham. What you do is you come in here, and we'll view a few things, huh? Maybe I'll start replacing some of these doors. Little view, little captain's quarters type thing. Come here, look down. God, this is amazing in VR. But the main thing is you would come down here. And the other worlds weren't developed as much. They came much later, so it's not the biggest deal. Maybe I'll see if there's any worth showing off. We had our little engine, little reactors, I like to refer to it. Clouds were fixed, so they were higher, I think, as well, so I wouldn't do that. But you'd walk in here, teleport you to the other world. Much in the same way I explained before, triggers. You just walk in, and the teleport takes over. There's no normal warp thing there, no normal teleporter, because it was supposed to be an airship, and we really didn't want to go that route. New airships coming soon. Trademark, because that was around the time when Riot would always do trademark, soon trademark, so we always did that joke. Eldaria is where this one led. All the airships look the same. I probably copy and pasted them because I didn't really... this wasn't player built. This is just to get to worlds. In Minecraft, yeah. Which are different worlds. That's all you really need to know about that. I'm not flying. Cool. So we were, of course, heading this way. Well, check that. I swear there's like a run, but maybe this is before run was a thing. Oh no, it does have a sign. I don't know. Does have a sign. This was Calvin's. It was just, I think it was just, he called it it was gay club, gay bar or something. I don't know. Gray rainbow. Oh, the witch's cauldron. I would actually really like this. I forget if I designed this or Jane designed this or who started it, but the dripping over green from the cauldron, very cool. Witch's brew, potion shop. So the idea was you could come in here, you could get your potions. Is that a rabbit? Whatever. I think some stuff was supposed to be automated. I think there was machinery hidden behind there. But that was supposed to be, I think a lot of smoke, if not webbing. That's kind of the idea. Something died or something. Anyways, let's get out of here. Why can't I move? Okay. Whatever that was. Let's go this way. So, I don't remember whose this was. It's someone's actual house. Was this Ritsuki's? Maybe this is an extension of Ritsuki's, because what this did is you came back here. Yeah, that might have been an extension of Ritsuki's. Come back here, and God, we're gonna have so much to go through, aren't we? Still recording, yeah? Little bit of just. So, shit, there's so much to do. Okay, so let's actually go about this the normal way. There is an entrance over here to the shipyard, or whatever this was called. And I think you actually got here through Ritsuki's house, but you could get through it just. I think that leads to his house. This was going to be a bit of a farm. This is supposed to be like a greenhouse. You've got melons and wheat, and I think that leads to his house there as well. Now, a lot of this, unfortunately at the time, wasn't snow. I actually screwed up. We were playing around with what the? This is a chunk that's not loading correctly or something. We're going to ignore that. That's magic, black magic. Stay away from that. We had a mod that let us drop and add things, and I think I added a big ball of snow for fun, and it turned this area into a snow biome somehow magically, and I couldn't change it back. So Ritsuki's failed project, what this was an automatic boat deployer, and you could come here and get boats just automatically, and it would drop down and it would destroy them and store them, or however. We're not going to go down there because he says enter at your own risk. And I don't feel like dealing with that in VR. I know that it's because there's a lot of redstone contraptions and water, so you can really get stuck. I think this is more... Oh, we never finished this. This is the, this is going to be a lighthouse. So you can see a bit of where the snow kind of bugged out there because there's like half blocks, and it would lead up there. We'll go see a little bit more of that. This boat, I think, is actually imported from online. Harmony Ports. We were going to have more boats. This led to a totally different area that was supposed to be, instead of an airship type thing, another world, a far off area. I can't remember if this was even the same world or if it was still another world technically. Ship to the Highlands. So this may have been a different server generation. Is this new music? In a whole different way. But this may have been imported. I don't know if we made this, honestly. There was a time when you could download and like import specific projects of the mod, and I think this was one of the things. Because we were expanding upon this greatly, I wanted to kind of turn this server into something a bit more open. We ended up making another world that was open, and players were not allowed to come here because it was our world, you know. This was invite only. So to hire me and to the Fireland. Yes. More of the old gates that did not work anymore. So you can see we just kind of broke around them as a temporary measure. But this was someone else's build. They put up this giant wall, and they were going to turn this whole area, let's just fly, into the Firelands. So they started to work on it. As you can see a bit, you've got, I think these are different placement points. And they started to build the wall went down to there, and it was going to wrap around. I think that was another section that they were marking, maybe. But this whole area was going to be kind of crafted, flattened out, and made into lava. I don't know what this is. Maybe that's just a section to... Maybe it was a small island at some point. But anyways, we're gonna go back and find the actual pathway. Yeah, so little shaking up there. Someone's house. Can't remember who. I think maybe Hannah worked on this area. They used to have... So we had the private signs to keep players out of inventories and out of stuff. After it was a little less, you know... We started... I mean, it wasn't like a real issue. We didn't really have, I think, too much of an issue with us. Maybe a little bit. I mean, there were some people. But mostly to keep people out of inventories, you know. When we started inviting people, no theft, that kind of thing. Because it sucks coming in and your diamond's missing. And unfortunately, at the time, I know it's a lot better now, there wasn't really a great way of restoring it or figuring out who took what. So this massive build has lava trickling down. As you can see, they put lava up there and it would fall down all the way. Oops, I went to make sure I'm still in the center of my play area, and now we're doing this. So we'll just fly in. Jeez, that water effect is weird. They've got some type of timer here. Oh, they were probably testing something. Jeez. All that lava that they had to take from the Nether and place up there. Yeah, massive building. Lava on top of glass. Little water entrance to keep you safe. And put you out if you tap the glass for some reason. But very cool. Very cool. We had... Readjusting my player here because I'm walking around in my little space. And this was something. I am the goddamn Batman. Who was this? What is this? All right, whatever. This is a bit weird, but what this was is you used to be able to take like boats and the like, or you could swim up, as we're doing now, to the top. And this was another one of the extensions of, well, the Firelands. Oh right, old teleporter no longer works. You used to press the sign, and it would go down, and there'd be another sign that would say lift up. Or you could make it one way, so that people couldn't just teleport into whatever. And you could use it to escape your little home or whatever. Someone's bed here. Still, before the private signs. No idea whose it was. I still think this was what Hannah was working on. Went by a different name at the time, but... Yeah, you can see how the lava roof was constructed. Over there. And I think, and there's going to be, the cool thing is because it was so, you know, I'm pretty sure this is going to be fine. Oh. Apparently does not actually re-render any further. Huh. Okay, whatever. I was hoping I could get you a better view, but something seems to be limiting the render distance. I'm not quite sure why. So my computer can quite frankly handle it. Processor and everything is much better than when we used to run this. Anyways, let's get down from here. In the way that is home. But I'm sure there's going to be buildings and bases and stuff I am going to miss, unfortunately. That may even be a small house down there for some reason. Because this server had tons of people come and go. Not all of them were really officially Harmony members either. They were just invited by Harmony members to come play on our server. We always really reiterated... it became more strict as time went on, that you can only invite people that you really truly trusted or personally knew, and even then nowadays you have to really get a vote from just everyone. Everyone kind of has to agree together that people can join, so you know, it's a bit harder. I guess that is a bit faster. Okay. So, I think next we're going to go see... We're going to go... Here, let's fly, because it'll be a bit faster than walking. This is a little disorienting, so I'm probably not going to do this a lot much. We're going to go to... Bunny's base first. So, I started working on pathing with glowstone. I'd probably do this way different now. So I think Nether came out a little after our server started. I added glowstone. Of course, now there's tons of other things you can do. A little path up there. I think that's a mine. There was nothing you could do with lapis at the time. So yeah. Trixie's house. This is Kinkla's house, or Bunny's house. Very cool build, for a lot of reasons, honestly. Just remember, all of it hand dug. So, sitting there, mining away at block. Just the massive entryway has always been. And the cool thing is he extended this into a pathway, because this connected part of the town to the main part of the town. So it was really, I was always kind of grateful that his house worked also in the favor of everyone else by extending, just being a road. Very cool little road by dipping down and dipping back up. Okay, this isn't anything. I've spent a little bit of time in his home before, but admittingly, we're going to fly a bit because I think a lot of his home is very just cobble, which is unfortunate. I think he had more things in mind. So here's his storage room. Cobblestone hell. That's where all that cobble he dug out went. We all had tons of cobble, especially back here in this time of Minecraft. There was really only like dirt and cobble. There's a lot of blocks mixed in now, especially with mods. We do have things like, I'll add in like uranium and stuff from some of the mods. Here was his spaceship. This is a little build he just wanted to do. Just a little fun little thing. You come up here and, you know, this is the cockpit. Little spaceship. Never did anything. Didn't have any teleport options or anything to it. It was just... Oh no, that's there. Little spaceship. See if I can find it. He has... I think his coolest room is down here somewhere. A click sound. Yeah, whatever. Maybe it's up the tower? Flying around is honestly a bit disorienting, so sorry about that. Okay, yep, not doing it here. Because it's all winding tower. Okay. More render bugs from Minecraft being Minecraft. How high does this go? I don't want to just break my way through. I feel like that'd be rude. But I also kind of... There we go. Jeez. Oh, okay, this is the glass outlook, or overlook he had made. Wow, so we did come a little while. Thing up here. We're just gonna escape. No, no one comes back to this world anymore anyways. Not over here just yet. I know where we are. Okay. So, yeah. Where? Okay. So, whatever. I'm probably going to cut some parts of this video out just to shorten it. Because obviously, myself, I'm not fully aware of where everything is. Anymore. Ah, here it is. So, I think this was My Little Pony character or something. But it was just, it's this lava room, this big, thing. Got some beds over here for spawn points, so that you can sleep and look upon, I think it was a cutie mark or something. But I always kind of like this room. I always like the whole glass dome of lava with the flammable material in the center. I think this is more, yeah, so digging out around the lava, nice little path. Really no reason, I think, to go in there. We're gonna just fly out of here and get on to some more things. Because as cool as this is, I think it is a little bare bones. Unfortunately. I think he had big things in mind, and most of his time was spent digging out a lot of this, which is cool. But I wanted to walk through it because I really feel like just treating it, as most players probably ended up doing, unfortunately, as just a, pathway from one section to another, from Harmony here, doesn't really do it justice. And, if he does watch this video, I just wanted to show and appreciate a bit of what he did. Now, we're going to turn, doesn't make any difference anyways, the range chunks back down just in the off chance that it helps us render just a bit better. I don't really think it seems to do anything, but set it there. Anyways. There was a tower we were in earlier, up there. And if we come over here, I do believe, and we'll jump because there's no single block here. This was one of Jenny's little experimental builds, because we started working on additions to the town this way. And she wanted to build something. She always liked blue, so lapis and brick. So she built this little home away from home, lapis and brick. Oh, this is a downward build. Does this have a door? Okay, it does. That someone was building. And they clearly didn't stick around for long. It looks like. Oh. This is kind of cool. Kind of confused by why they have wool and then glass and wool, but it's kind of cool. Some natural lighting from the lava below. So they must have dug through here, found a lava pit, and that was that. Come on. Up you go. God, these... where your head is like hitting the block is just... I never liked it in real Minecraft, I really don't like it in VR. Very claustrophobic. Okay. So... I forget what his name was. Jeez, I feel bad for that. Jared? J? Why do I think it's a J? There was a guy who joined our server. And he was one of the people, I'm pretty sure, that unfortunately just kind of split with us. I don't remember if he was banned or what. It wasn't entirely him. I think it was just him and I having kind of stupid humor for a while, I suppose I would call it. And it just kind of... I think we both just kind of grew up a little bit. I did quite like the guy at the time, so I almost feel bad forgetting his name, and I'm sure someone will remember it. My memory's always been awful. And honestly, kind of a lovely house. Very basic. But, you know, back, I think his house, I mean, we didn't destroy people's houses, even if they didn't come back. But you can kind of see where some of the... I went to look at my watch because it vibrated, and there's no way I can do that in VR, of course. Back before some of this stuff, you could see some of like the older designs, like when half slabs and stuff started doing thing. Colored wool, I think, came out. Brick and everything was coming out. This is a newer house. Not as new as the one she was building with the lapis, but a newer house by Jenny, where we had stuff like stone switches to help make it look more like a countertop. Lovely little house. Tried getting away from square shapes by building that kind of circular pattern, having this upstairs entrance, little roof access here, a little room I think for storage or something. Lovely little house. No one really lived in it ever, but it was a designed house nonetheless. I think she may have even had plans to live in it. This might have been... Okay. Vines going all the way down, and I think and these grow over time, so it's really cool because you start the vines up there and they eventually make their way to the bottom, so that's always really cool. I think this floating island, let me see if I can find signs before I say whose it is and be entirely wrong. I'm gonna make a guess though that this was either... Oh, another house down there. See, there's like houses where I'm just like, I don't even remember whose they are. Kinda just oops. Then we grab it. Yeah? Right. Fixed. No one will know. Skyguard Embassy. I think this may have been Kalledons? Kalledons or Hannah's. Yes, there's clearly something man-made over that way. Little towers, little building there. Some kind of possibly pathway here before, because this became ice later, so if this is water, that was a little pathway. God, it looks so cool in VR. Alright. This video might be way lamer on YouTube to look at, but, you know, if you like seeing the world, and you've made it this far, there's plenty to see. Trust me. TSA Departure Bahamut. Is that an old mod? Did someone have their own personal teleporter here? Maybe. Rival Embassy. Oh, maybe they were turning this into some type of... Was this going to be a ship? And whatever block was here or something was destroyed or messed up at some point. Unfortunately, when mods or something goes wrong, sometimes blocks, and even Minecraft blocks regularly getting bugged out, just don't work the way they should. Maybe I'll ask Kalledon if this was his. It's so cool. I like the design here. So this was an embassy of some sort. This wasn't supposed to be like a home, I guess. But little lovely. I mean, it was cool because it was, like I said, as this was all done, at least a lot of this was done in survival mode. A lot of this was more difficult to make. So, you know, falling to your death was very much a thing. I'm not falling to my death because we're looking over the island, and I'm enjoying seeing how it evolved and changed. Oh, you know what I think this is? These blocks are mossy cobblestone, which was part of spawners. I bet down there is a mob spawner of some sort. Like zombie or skeleton. building was... I think some of the chunks just aren't loading correctly because there's a lot of messed up blocks. Whose building was this? I vaguely remember this. But it looks like they ended fairly early. A lot of projects, unfortunately, cobble or something up there. A lot of projects ended fairly early. Huh, we'll just get out of here because I guess there's nothing really here. So I think some of this is from when back then, if the server before autosaving was a thing, you got corrupted server chunks and we'd have to rebuild parts of builds. Rarely happened, but I think some of this is either the VR mod messing up or just a mix of years of bugs and that kind of thing. Someone's house that has water in it. Okay, and there are wolves that have been abandoned for years. And it's hard for me to get out. This is why I didn't want to go in the other place full of water. Nope. Nope. Well, now it's a double door house. They're probably never coming back anyways. They'll never be like, oh yeah, from 5 years ago, this was only a single door. Who was here? And I think maybe that's it for everything out here. At least that we care about. Because like I said, a lot of this is just unfinished. Oh, so this is a mob spawner. So this is a mob trap of some sort. A lot of unfinished building. Unfortunately. So we're going to take one of the older traditional paths used to lead around here and back to town, I'm pretty sure. Well, this was someone's house here, I think. Yeah? Or we just built something and it broke. But, oh yeah, no, we were working on something here. Because this was, besides, either before or after Kinkla's house, there was another pathway here. Just led over the hills. Just stone. Yeah, we'll go check that out. I know this is going to be very bare bones. Because I think this is another one of... a lot of us had multiple houses. I think this was another one of Hannah's houses? Or one of her friends or something? I think. But, yeah, very bare bones. Very basic. Cool nonetheless. Always glad to see how the world changes. And this went right by my house here. You can see the back of it. Lovely looking wood and everything. I always liked wood and dark wood next to sandstone. Looks like lovely. Used to be woods here. And someone else's house or some building was here, I think, when we leveled it. You know, of course, the person would have leveled it or with permission or something. We're going to head into Ricky's old house. Or Fate's old house. With some weird rendering bugs going on. You know, actually, I can't remember if this is all... Oh, no, this is... Okay, so that was... Yeah, maybe that was Ricky's. So, no. He built up here. So you could access it through that waterway. Maybe that was Ricky's old house. Yeah, maybe it was. Jeez. VR just having, like, if any fear of heights at all, just looking down that. Oh, his old mushroom farm. That's cool. You could look in through the glass. Something was probably there. So he had a lovely little, you know, 3x3 glass windows everywhere. This looks like his sugarcane farm, as well as access to the back of the mountain he lived on here. And then we come up here. Lots of glowstone. So this house was built a little later. And you could look down upon the rest of us plebs living way down there. I think there was a way further up. Yeah. Yep. Oop. Okay. Still not Grace Control VR. They had this weird Lego roof design. Looks pretty neat. Allowed access, allowed light in. And it gave the torches something to elevate and angle on. There's something over there, it looks like, from those lights. But, oh yeah, we had mushrooms came out eventually, like the big mushrooms, and he started to build a little entryway of mushroom out here, I think. Yeah. I mean, that's not going to grow naturally, so yeah. But it was cool. The one thing, he had a waterfall and he had a lava fall that he built here next to each other, and they turned into like cobble at the bottom. And we had, when lava and water changed at some point, and it looks like he started to build something to protect it from going into other areas. And probably dig it out and make it look a bit more natural. I think he was going for something that looked cool, but also looked somewhat natural. I can remember. I think people even lived behind his house, but this video is already probably getting a bit long. I'm going to make sure it's still recording. Looks like it is. We're going to actually stop the recording at an hour and restart it in case anything goes wrong. Okay, so stopped the recording, came back to it. Welcome back. If I made a new video, probably going to have to cut this up a bit due to its length. Anyways, and I've been in here for an hour already. Jeez, we haven't even seen other worlds, Nether, and just years of work. It's lovely to see. Lovely. Oh yeah, he had a diamond block at the head of his house. Showing off some rich there. Some money. Little bit. Okay, so maybe I'll just talk about it. Oh, like, okay, regular tower goes up there. Full outlook. We can look at the roof in case you think there's anything up there. There's not. It's too small. I don't remember who was building this at all. Ooh, touch floor, so I don't have to do anything. All I know is while it looks cool, like a lot of builds, unfortunately, the inside is empty. Not lived in. They built something, just kind of left it to rot. Which, to be fair, I think most of us did. I have... Oh, they were going to put lava up here, and then they had pistons. Wait. Is that to stop the lava? Or to push lava out further? Oh! Does that turn on, like, the moat? What? That's cool. Not perfect. Looks like there, but I mean, at the same point, lava's changed since then. And when this is closed, it pours down through that hole. And then you have to reset the lava here, it looks like. Okay, you know... Oh, okay, I get it. So this is probably before some of the updates when they fixed some of the lag issues by having them not. Oop. Yeah, I'm guessing. Okay, so that used to just fall through there, and then kind of fill it, and those pistons pushed it out and filled the whole moat a little more in depth. That's cool. I messed it up because of old points, I think. But neat. Oh, Moria. Oh, Moria's gonna be cool. Alright. I don't fully remember how to get to Sandy's house. We're going to fly and cheat. Because that's how I do things, I guess. Oh, it's covered in snow too. That doesn't help. Anyways, let's just go into Sandy's house. He wanted to live in this little wooded area, really thick in woods. Shit used to spawn in here all the time. As you can see, it's just a path through tree and leave. And that's what he wanted to do. So, each his own. It was cool. It spawned a lot of mobs. So eventually, I think we had to do something about, it's spawning just tons of mobs. But yeah, see, Drusic, old name, little room. Guess this was his bedroom at the time. Automatic door opening system there. And I don't fully remember how to get throughout his home. Maybe through the trees, honestly. But he had this cool little tower thing. So walk through here, walk around here. Did it literally lead through the woods? Yeah, he had some leaves grow through here. Not sure if that's on purpose. And it looks like it just exits out, much like normal. But, oh, he had 2 doors there. Yeah, I mean, look at that. You could climb up here. He had trees. He wanted to cover the whole thing in trees. And it looked, in my opinion, pretty cool. Especially for what we had at the time. There's a little pathway here that you can see. I think that's another mine. Looks like another mine. That split, this is one of the originals. There's something about my house. What? Like, it doesn't even say if there's anything there. Whatever. So, 4-way split led that way, led to Ricky's house. And I think this was one of Ricky's friends that lived over here on the way to Moria, or was like in the other direction. The time. So we have this little stone pathway. It's a bit through the woods. Some of the newer design glowstone. Yeah, here they are. Hopefully their name is here so I can do some name justice. Little glass roof. Little building. Yes, Aleah333. Who... honestly, it wasn't on the server all that long, but it was a lovely little house, little quaint house. On the way to probably my favorite project on the server. Here we have a little redstone test area. It's been cleared of all the redstone. Used to test timers and like here. All along here. Oh, it looks like there's a bit of one here. Maybe we were testing pistons and glowstone, how that worked. So there's probably something in that building. But we had an airship tower here that never got finished. It was older, so it doesn't look as good. But we had this lovely little diamond pickaxe flag that could release some curvature or something. This is before teleporters, so that I think the airship tower actually was going to have teleporters, but you could actually, I think, walk all the way up there. So we actually had real pathing here. So you could actually walk all the way up this massive building. Very cool. So by today's Minecraft standards, pretty plain, very old school. Once more, these things used to lift the mod, no longer, so broke through because the gate no longer works. But either way, welcome to Moria. So this is another one of those things that I'm pretty sure was, since I was one of the main, well, me and Bunny and I think Ricky worked on it. It was hand built, hand dug out. We started working on something with the roof here, it looks like. It never got finished. One of the minecart tracks from that minecart area led here, as you can see. Someone's wolves and cats are here. Possibly they logged out in here. Or they just like, oh, maybe it's Jenny's because blue collars. Hello. Anyways. Probably Jenny's. Lots of wolves and cats. Maybe she logged out here. Yes, Moria. Moria was a massive undertaking that's really just too empty. And of course named after the dwarven mines in Lord of the Rings. I don't know what was supposed to be there. I always loved designing like the little bridges. I always thought it was never good enough at it, but I thought this was always kind of cool. Especially when half slabs are all you had to work with. So yeah, Bunny's box is here. Lots of you know, crafting stuff there. So that he could push out. Of course, a lot of this was made with stone and half stone slabs and obsidian because that was easier to get. Just tons of stone, of course, to melt from digging all this out in his own home. So obsidian, half blocks, all the way down, follow the path. Bridge that leads across. Supposed to have something there, don't remember what. Probably other chambers to Moria, but this was the living quarters. We eventually, after building, which I thought was a lovely fountain and everything at the time, living quarters. So people could join for free and grab a spot, because there weren't that many of us. And living quarters were, of course, quite... I thought this was cool. I forget if this was going to be a building area or the main builders got special rooms. Basically, we got a giant chunk. This may have been allocated to Bunny, his little fountain. House example. So this is what it was. You had your space and stairs here. You weren't really allowed to extend upon it too much. Everyone had their own stuff, which was split kind of here. See property line. That showed you how wide it could be. That way you weren't digging into someone else's area. And this is Ricky's house, which, like most things, had ideas. We had some villagers here, it looks like, for some reason. Maybe we're going to do something with villagers. We got them moved here. Never finished. Jessica's house. Beds. Everyone kind of had their own home, so I can understand why everyone didn't want to abandon their house. Just build one here. But this is where she had little, upstairs here. Which is cool. All of them had it, but not a lot of them used it. Richard's house, Ritsuki's. Also empty. Everyone claimed their plot and left. I think this one was... Yeah, so this was mine. See all the good work I did? I have vases or whatever these are. Little bushes. Example house. No one claimed that one next to me. Jenny's abode, which I think is the only one that actually built a house. Because she did like building houses. So, lovely little paintings on the wall, which I think some of these have probably changed. Little couches, love seat, right next to this little campfire here. Or this campfire. Chimney, this little fireplace. Her kitchen, once again, more of her cake. I mean, this is before, I'm sure right now I'd love to come back and revisit a lot of this, because some of this could really use some updating. Just update the server to a higher version. Beds, lovely flooring here. This may even be carpet, or this may be before carpet. I think these are actual blocks. Yeah, actual blocks. So before carpet, because that would have been carpet. You know, whenever carpet came out. Sandy's house, which nothing built. Guess another example house. Aunt Chris's house, who is a player that I have forgotten about. But he actually built, and he had the lift. See, the lift system does not work anymore, of course. Does not run on. Unfortunately, when Craft Bucket went down, this was running in Craft Bucket, and we lost a lot of the mod support. So he actually built outward, which was, of course, never really set in stone, but I like it. I mean, it doesn't build out too far. And I was kind of hoping, and that helped bring about. I wanted everyone with their own house to build it, and that would help add some color and flavor, if you would, to the overall design of the living quarters. So that was pretty cool. I think downstairs here doesn't lead to anything yet. Either an extension of living quarters, or it's just clearing stuff out, more stone. That's it, honestly. With how massive of an undertaking this is to do by hand, I was kind of expecting this to feel more extreme. Looks like Jane just built a little thing here for her rails, probably before better rails were out, or handrails and everything. But she honestly could have extended out like he did. But, you know, the rules weren't set in stone. We all tried to sit in our property lines while we figured everything out. And I think there's more dug out down and around that we just won't see because, you know, I mean, just like, so much was still being set in stone. But, I mean, look at that. I mean, isn't that cool? Like, just all the lights, the bridge, the fountain, pathway there. That's how, I mean, to me it was, compared to some other builds, not as amazing anymore by today's standards, but, you know, it was a lot of work. It was breathtaking in a way. You'd build up here, that would lead back to the house, and then you have these roundabout staircases that led up through this lovely glass to overlook Moria. And of course, more of this is supposed to be dug out, more of this is supposed to be built. But, I don't know, maybe we'll revisit it. I know I've come back here a few times and just looked at things. I think, yeah. So, I think this is after one of the updates. Jenny started to, I think this was Jenny, building, or someone was building, next to Harmony is Misery. This was Misery Lane. And this is the Cacophony. Whatever that is again. Little house. I know this held some darker secrets. Lovely little house. Just kind of making some houses here. It was just, you know, small projects. I think one of these houses had like a little bit of an explanation about why there was an abandoned house or houses out here. You have all your... Did I break something? Yeah, whatever. All your animals and stuff are just in these cages. Stuff kind of full. Someone's wolf is just sitting up there. Yeah, their water mushrooms were out at the time, it looks like. We had a mushroom here. The sheep just look massive. Anyways. In their cages, there was a well over there. This was never finished here. Abandoned shack. I think this was it. This was it. Yeah. Yeah. So it's an abandoned shack, but what you came down here and you found a house. And in this house, those are to keep those on. Oop. The bathroom led down to the six. Okay, polar bears. That was added later or something. These were not out when this was here. I'm pretty sure. Um, there's supposed to be blood on the floor, and it's like a little experimental, torture room. The animals here and stuff. And I think where the people went as well was supposed to be tied into this whole experimental prison hidden here. There's a few secrets that we're honestly not going to find. Shoot. Out. Okay. Okay. Out we go. Yes, Misery Lane. I don't remember if there's anything heading down the well. The jail is old and decrepit, had webs. The library, which is a legitimate crafting library. So, if you need to come in here and enchant, you've got that. And this, by extension, was the lighthouse to Misery over here. I think this is someone's build. Once again, just abandoned. Pretty sure that one's like dead. Hello? Who's this? Oh! Uh-oh. Oops. I just jumped into the end. Oh no!